Hello, tubers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And thank you for watching Cooper's Thai Adventure today with myself and Mr. Brooke Schneider. Always a pleasure having you on, brother. We changed the studio setup just slightly here. And so everything is a little bit different than what you're used to. So now Brooke is with his back to our balcony with the curtains. And we've got a little studio right here behind me that we set up. And today is a bit of a sad topic that's happened just Thursday in the Philippines, folks, that I really want to talk to you about. And I put the article there for everybody to see in the middle. And what it was is a very young American was kidnapped in the Philippines, in the island of Mindanao. Okay, so South Philippines, island of Mindanao, and his name is Elliot Eastman. Okay, and he's a YouTuber as well. He's very young. He's only 26 years old. And what it was is he met a young Filipino woman last year, and they got married this year. All right. And you can see from his YouTube channel there, he's been vlogging all about it. And he went back to the States last year for work and then came back, married her. And then they've been living together in the Philippines, in Mindanao, for several months. And anyways, Mindanao is a notorious area for terrorism, basically. The former president of the Philippines, Mr. Duterte, he came down hard on all the illegal gangs, the drugs, and the terrorism, and sort of chased them out. Well, now we have a new president in there, Bongbong Marcos, and he said he was going to keep a lot of the policy, so that this kind of is reflecting on him, folks, that this has happened. And it's been reported to the American Embassy. The American Embassy's involved. A lot of YouTubers are already made videos on this. Famous YouTuber called Valuetainment, PVD. He just released a clip about it, a 3-minute short clip, 5-minute short clip on his YouTube channel. And it's sort of shocking the world, because this terrorist organization, and I'm going to give you a little bit of background before we read the story together. This terrorist organization is local tourists, and it's in the Muslim area of Mindanao. Now, this terrorist organization are notorious for kidnapping foreigners. And I can remember when Darlene and I were in Kuwait, and there was a Canadian guy that was kidnapped, and they held him for ransom. The name of the terrorist organization is called Abu Sayyaf, I believe is how you pronounce it. Forgive me if I'm wrong there. And when they kidnapped this Canadian, they held him for ransom for a long time. And his family and friends got together in Canada and tried to pay the ransom, because they knew this organization, this Abu Sayyaf terrorist organization cell in Mindanao, were very, very bad people. And so they gathered up as much money as they could, and they sent it to the terrorist organization, and they still killed the guy. They basically cut his head off.
So don't pay the ransom.
They filmed it, and they put it on social media.
Nice.
Now, Kuwait is one of those countries where they don't censor anything. So when they killed him, you could see it. It was on Kuwaiti news. You know, they didn't censor it. You know, and the guy was begging for his life. And it's
and these
one
guys
of those
were operating out of Kuwait.
No. They were operating out of the Philippines, out of Mindanao.
Oh,
But they videoed it and put it online, and
In Kuwait.
no, just online on a website
Okay.
somewhere, and Kuwait News got a hold of it, and they
Oh,
played
they
it.
played it. I got you.
You know, and it's one of those things where once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Unsee it.
And
True.
it was very, very disturbing to me to this day. I still, it's still very fresh in my mind, something that I wish I'd never seen. And I wish they would have came out and said on the news, we're about to show graphic nature here, that they didn't. They just showed it. That's Kuwait for you. And anyways, then there was this case a couple years ago of an American couple, husband and wife. They went to the island of Davao, which is very close to Mindanao, and they were staying at a beach resort. And this beach resort, right on the beach, and it had a jetty that went out over the water, where you can launch boats from and stuff like that. And they took a walk down the end of the jetty, and they were going to take some holiday pictures looking back over the resort from the end of the jetty, and pictures of the sun go down, all the things that, tourists tend to do, and romantic pictures together. And anyways, they're out there taking photos, and this boat pulls up, and it's armed terrorists, kidnapped them, took them into the boat, took them out to a remote island. And the American government and the Philippine government got together on a rescue operation to try and get them back. Well, the husband was killed, the wife survived, and the terrorists got away on speedboats. So they never got them. And let's just get in to the news article here, because I want you all to see it with your own eyes. It says an American was reportedly kidnapped from a southern Philippine town. And that's the house that he lived in, folks, that one right there, where the red motorcycle is. And basically, they turned up, 4 of them, claiming to be police officers. And they all were armed with M16s. Well, pistols are very easy to get in the Philippines. If you're a Philippine citizen and you pass a background check, much like America, you can own a firearms, providing you don't have a criminal record. Expats, no. Filipinos, yes. Same as in Thailand. So, anyways, it happened in Zamboanga province of Mindanao. And it goes on to say, the Philippine police said Friday it had launched a search after gunmen reportedly abducted an American national who was shot in the leg as he tried to resist before being spirited away from a southern Philippine coastal town by speedboat. And he figured out they weren't really police officers. They were actually terrorists. And he tried to run away from them, and they shot him in the leg while he was trying to run away. And they got him in a speedboat and took off. It said, if confirmed to be a case of kidnapping for ransom, it would be the latest reminder of the long-running security problems that have hounded the southern Philippines, the homeland of a Muslim minority in the largely Roman Catholic nation. Police in Cebuco town in the southern province of Zamboanga del Norte tried to pursue the suspected abductors and their victim, who they identified as Elliot Onel Eastman, 26, from Vermont, USA, after the reported abduction on Thursday night. They go on to say, we confirmed that there was a report of alleged abduction of an American national. The regional police said in a statement, we want to ensure the public, particularly the community of Cebuco, that we are doing everything in our power to secure the safe recovery of the victim. The police asked the public to immediately provide any information that could help an ongoing investigation of the reported abduction. And it's sad. It's a very, very sad thing. 2 police reports seen by the Associated Press said that a resident of Cebuco, Abdul Mali Hamsaran Jala, reported to police that 4 men in black clothing who were armed with M16 rifles and introduced themselves as police officers forcibly took Eastman, who tried to escape. One of the gunmen shot Eastman in the leg before dragging him into a speedboat, then fled by sea further south toward the provinces of Basilan or Sulu, the police report said. Policemen chased but failed to find the gunman, and Eastman and alerted other police and Philippine Marine units in the region, according to the reports. Police authorities did not immediately provide background details of Eastman, but a person with a similar name has posted pictures and videos of himself on Facebook saying he had married a Muslim woman in Cebuco. The U.S. Embassy in Manila did not immediately respond to questions about the reported abduction. The southern Philippines has bountiful resources, but has long been hamstrung by stark poverty and an array of insurgent and outlaws. In 2014, peace agreement between the government and the Moro Islamic Liberation Front, the largest of several Muslim separatist groups, has considerably eased widespread fighting in the south. Relentless military offensives have weakened smaller armed groups like the notoriously violent Abu Sayyaf group over the years, considerably reducing kidnappings, bombings, and other attacks. The Abu Sayyaf group, which is listed as a terrorist organization by the United States and the Philippines, is an offshoot of decades-long Muslim separatist unrest in the South and carried out mass kidnappings for ransom, beheadings, and bombings more than 2 decades ago in the southern region. They targeted American and other Western tourists and religious missionaries, most of whom were freed after ransoms were paid. A few were killed, including an American who was beheaded on the island province of Basilan, and a U.S. missionary who was killed while Philippine Army forces were trying to rescue him and his wife in 2002 in a rainforest in Sawari town near Cebuco. That's the one I was referring to earlier that I remember seeing on the news. The Philippines will hold midterm elections next year for more than 18,000 local, national, and congressional posts, mostly provincial mayors and governors. In the traditionally volatile South, crimes including kidnappings and extortion have traditionally spiked as rogue politicians try to raise funds to fuel their campaigns ahead of elections in the past. But only a few and isolated incidents have been reported in recent years, according to authorities. And there you go, folks. That is the full story of what's happened here, and just on the news in the last couple of days. Several YouTubers, like I said, have already reported on it. Calvin, one of my good friends and helped me get started in the YouTube world from Sunshine Shoulders, he reported on it as well. And it's quite shocking.
Don't go to the Philippines, Mindanao.
Well, I got to be honest, folks. 95% of the Philippines is safe. Yeah, the Philippine people are nice people. There are 3 areas in the Philippines that you sort of don't go to, one being Mindanao, another one being South Palawan Island, where there's terrorists there. And then there's a third area further south where it's just sort of no-go Muslim areas. And it's a very, very sad state of affairs, what's happened to this young kid. He's 26.
Very young.
He's got his whole life ahead of him. And, God forbid, that anything traumatic happens to him. I hope he's freed and, some negotiation can be made or whatever, my heart goes out to the kid. And I'm going to go through your comments and we're going to talk about this a bit further. And then at the end of the comments, I'm going to give you my own opinion on why I think this happened and who was to blame. So let's get started with today's show, Mr. Schneider.
Liam, the guy is food delivery driver back in the U.S. He built a sari store and peso Wi-Fi business with solar power for him and the wife.
Yeah, I did hear that he did build a sari store, a little business that him and his wife could run together. And very young couple. She was very young. I saw her pictures and the videos, that he made with her. And my guess is she's probably about 20. and as they said, he's 26.
Well, I
So-
tell you, I was doing my research back in, the West, and realized early on you don't go to Mindanao.
Yeah, it's one of those no-go areas, and it does actually say it on the American government's website. Go on there and onto the embassy's website in Manila, and it'll tell you what areas to stay away from.
Yep. Vincent, hello. Is it best after arriving in Bangkok airport to take the bus to Pattaya or Jomtien Beach to get accommodation at Jomtien?
You can take the bus, you can take a Bolt, you can take a taxi. Or you can do the VIP services, and completely up to you, Vincent.
I would say, Vincent, if you haven't booked a place already, get a hotel for 2 or 3 nights, and then you can hop on the bus. It's probably the cheapest. If you already have a place booked, or if you already have one, then you could take either one right to your location. But Heath McDaniel, good evening, good morning.
Good morning to you, Heath.
Rodney, good morning, Coop, Brooke, and Darlene.
Good morning to you, Rodney. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
Roger Walker, good morning, everyone.
Hello, Roger.
Bandy Dandy, I'd stay away from that province, correct? At one point, they had Islamic morality police.
Yeah. It's just one of those no-go areas that is run by Muslim extremists, and they don't want any foreigners there. None. So, yeah.
There's Alfa Romeo. Hello, everyone.
And hello, Romeo. Thank you for coming on and joining us, brother.
W Secrets to Success, CIA, 3 principles of security. C equals confidentiality of information. Once you've seen, you can't unsee it. Be careful of what you're viewing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Darlene and I were just in the living room in our house in Kuwait, and it came up as a special news alert on the TV. Well, what's this, And then it shows it. Yeah, so very, very extreme there.
Alfa Romeo, Bitcoin has been climbing nicely this week.
There it is, 68, 147.
That's in American
It's
dollars.
doing very well. Where'd my cell phone go? I wonder, did Darlene take my cell phone?
Somewhere.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it's up good, Alpha. There's Malcolm Hawkins. Good day, Team Coops.
And good day to you, Malcolm. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
Malcolm and Katea. Daryl Finley. Hello, Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene. Horrible to hear of this kidnapping. I have had zero security concerns since arriving in Jomtien in early August. Yeah, what a difference, eh? Everyone has been kind and welcoming. True.
And Thailand is, predominantly a good area. There are some bad areas in Thailand too, like there are the Philippines. And one of them is in South Thailand by the Malaysian border. There's my cell phone. Thank you. God bless you, honey. And, it's because there's a sort of conflict between the two going on across borders. And the police are down there, and they won't let foreigners go in.
Myanmar, I think.
Myanmar,
Yeah,
and they won't.
sorry.
Sorry, did I say
Malaysia?
Malaysia, my fault.
Myanmar.
Down by the Myanmar border, and they won't let foreigners go in that area. There's military there, and they say no, go this way if you're going to Malaysia, or down southern parts of Thailand. You can't come through here.
Yeah, I don't have Burma on my bucket list. Scott Richmond, there's Scotty from California. Good evening, Cooper and Brooke, and everyone watching.
And good evening to you too, Scott.
Ford Dog, good evening, Mr. Coop, Mr. Schneider.
Hello, Ford Dog.
Ford Dog. Javon Styles, good morning, Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene. God bless this young man and his distressed family. I pray for a safe return. Where did you live in the Philippines, and did you ever feel unsafe?
Yes, I did actually feel unsafe,
Wow.
Javon. And we went to the Philippines at the height of COVID. Okay. And Philippines was on lockdown like the rest of the planet was. But as I'm married to Darlene, I got a EED document, from the Philippine embassy that gave me permission to go in with my wife. And we had to stay in a quarantine hotel for a week, for 6 days, before we could leave the hotel and go to our house. And anyways, we're watching the local news and the TV. There was only like 8 channels you could choose from. There wasn't a lot to watch on TV, what are you going to do for 8 days in a hotel room? I know what a lot of you are thinking, but you can't do that for 8 days solid. So we'll go, anyways, watching the local news, and two people on a scooter rode up to a street in the province that we were going to be living in, and the guy in the back jumped off the motorbike, and then he ran up to this gentleman that was exercising in his front yard, and doing some stretches. It looked like he was getting ready to go for a jog or something, and went up to him, put the gun straight to his head, pulled the trigger, blew his brains out. And they showed it on Philippine TV as well. And well, he was in government. I think he was like a mayor or deputy governor or something like that, or assistant mayor. And I guess they didn't like some of his policies and they killed him. And I was like, wow, if they can do that to him, I'm a foreigner, you know what I mean? It sort of did shock me. But where we did live, Javon, was in Cavite, a place called General Trias. And I made sure that we lived in a gated community. I wanted that 24-hour security, because it was a little bit of a rough neighborhood outside the gated community. A lot of beggars, a lot of homeless people. You heard stories, of stabbings and rapes and shootings, in the area. So yeah, it wasn't the exact safest area, but in the gated community, I felt pretty safe. What about you? You lived there too.
I didn't have any problem at all. Felt very safe there. There was beggars, but then again, I don't go out after dark.
Yeah.
When you're home and it's at this age, you're not having the bar days. There wasn't really a lot of bars over there, and none that I would really want to be out late at, so
yeah,
some of it's just common sense and looking after yourself. But no, I never did feel unsafe in the areas we were. As far as that guy that got plugged, there is corruption in there, and it's not against tourists or foreigners. It's, hey, that's internal between the Filipinos. Somebody didn't get enough of the payoff, and they took the guy out. So
but no, I never physically was threatened. No. But I was aware that
you're a big guy, ex-army man. I'll tell you.
But I was aware of my surroundings at all times.
That's why I keep you with me anytime we go out. New Wave, good evening, Darlene, Cooper, Brooke, and Jackie, and everyone watching.
And you too, New Wave. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
Hi from Queens, New York. People need to heed the U.S. State Department travel advisories that are constantly updated on the website. Even all U.S. Embassy personnel are forbidden to travel to that region.
They're forbidden, but they still do it.
Well,
I mean, there's not an American military police, there with a gun, at the area.
Don't go there.
Are you an American citizen? You can't come in here. No. They just put it out as a travel advisory on their embassy website, and it's up to the individual whether they want to go there or not.
Well, we did see that military checkpoint on the way down to Onang.
Yes, we did.
We were very close to the Myanmar border.
Yeah,
and that's what the checkpoint was for. Saw the vehicle, sailed through.
Yeah.
Mike, good morning. Definitely not a good look for tourism, even if it's one area that's dangerous. It taints the Philippines.
It does.
Yeah.
And it's a shame because the Philippine people are such nice people.
They never, when Duterte was in, they have 6-year terms in the Philippines. So, you're only allowed one, unlike US or Canada. But, they had a lot less, I think, issues with Duterte. He was a strong man.
He was.
He didn't mess around. You does deal drugs with him and his, they shoot you.
Yeah, he said if you deal drugs, you're selling drugs to kids or giving drugs to kids. He said, I've given the authorization to the police to shoot you. And he did. They went after drug gangs.
Didn't have much of a drug problem.
Yeah, and he did. And actually, he's got an arrest warrant against him from the ICC, the International Criminal Court. But they don't recognize the International Criminal Court, so good luck arresting him. But no, he's retired now in Davao. And
you'll probably see a response from the current
administration.
Yeah, and I agree with what they do. They should really. If they don't, that's a bad look for the Philippines.
And I think it's going to be even worse if the gentleman dies.
Yeah.
If they kill him and they put it on the internet like they did the last time.
Let's hope not.
Yeah.
Market Focus. Hello, Coop, Darlene, and Brooke.
Hello, Market Focus. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
Black Ops, evening, Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene. Big Al.
Hello, Al. Thank you for coming on and joining us, brother. Always
Stu
a pleasure.
Lavelle. Hi, Coop, Brooke. Question: what is the latest with the 10,000 baht digital wallet rollout? What are the local opinions? Cheers. They're lined up to get their money, weren't they?
Yep. And the new government has said, nope, we can't afford it.
So I thought they were already handing out the money.
No.
Oh.
New government said no. Can't afford it. We're not doing it. The
Okay.
previous government said they were going to roll it out. They're going to do it, give 10,000 baht to every Thai citizen. And then the new government, they came in and looked at their books and said, no, we can't afford to do that. So we're not doing it.
Jamo Beatty. Hello, Cooper.
Hello, Jamo. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
Poor Dog, I've been researching some of Thailand's history, and it is the only country in Southeast Asia that's never been occupied by other countries due to its neutrality. So they have a history of diplomacy.
They do, for Dog. Thailand is one of those countries. It's a Buddhist country, and they don't want any strife with any country. So the Americans are welcome here just as much as the Russians and the Chinese and the Koreans. You know, so we have quite a lot of Russians here. We have a lot of Ukrainians here, and everybody's living in peace. You know, because I'll tell you what, there, for Dog, if you get deported out of the Thailand, that's it. You're never coming back. You're not coming back. That's it. It tends to be for life.
Ooh.
You know, unless it's something like for an overstay. Yeah. Then it's 1 year ban, and that's that could be extended to maybe 5 years. It's all up to the discretion of the immigration department whether they let you back in. You actually have to apply to come back in. You just don't turn up at the airport after 1 year and say, okay, I've served my ban, I'm coming back in. No, that don't work that way. So they put you on the no-fly list to Thailand, and you actually physically have to go to Thai embassy or consulate and request to come back in. Show that you've learned your lesson. Okay, I overstayed, you know, passed my visa. I'm sorry. Fell in love with a girl, you know, didn't think about it, you know, was too busy enjoying myself. Whatever the case may be. Well, but if it's a criminal,
don't have to worry about that. We behave.
Yeah, of course we do.
Yeah.
But if it's something that's criminal, you know, and you actually go to prison for it, it's a lifetime ban.
Yeah,
it's a lifetime ban. So yeah, I do like that aspect about Thailand, that they're very welcoming to all nationalities.
Correct.
All people. It doesn't matter, you know, whether you're straight, you're gay, you're bi, you're heterosexual. It doesn't matter. They welcome everybody, and they don't care about that. It's what they call it, the land of smiles, for a reason.
Yeah.
So everybody is welcome.
Joe Mobidi, hello, Coop. What is the most common health insurance that expats use in Thailand? The ones that you have heard great reviews about.
Well, the best one that I've heard about is Pacific Cross.
Okay.
And the reason for that, Jomo, is because a lot of insurance companies will cut you off when you're in your 80s. Will say, no, we no longer want to insure you. Pacific Cross will cover you until the day you die. You live to be 100, they'll still insure you. Okay.
Your premiums might go up.
Your premiums will definitely go up. That's not, you know, that's a given with any insurance company out there. But they're not going to leave you after you've been with them for 10 years and say, okay, bye-bye, you've reached this age. We don't insure people past this age.
Right.
Pacific Cross is one of them ones that probably the only one that I know that will say, right, when you reach this age, you know, don't worry, we'll still keep you going. So it is great in that respect. And Pacific Cross, depending on the medical condition, if you have a pre-existing condition, they don't cover you for the first year, but they do for the second. Now, each one is on a case-by-case basis. It's not everybody.
Yeah.
But for me, with type 2 diabetes, they will cover me for that after the first year.
Yep.
So that's why I recommend that one.
Jomo, I would say, like, check out McCollum Insurance if you're in the Jomtien area. And also on the Facebook group, you pose that question, you'll get more than just McCollum listed as agents to, you know, check out and get quotes from. So definitely look at the Facebook group.
Yeah.
Going Grays. Hello, everyone.
And hello to you, Grays. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
Only me. Any chance of the rain going away? I'm here in 7 days.
Well, that's a damn good question. It's been raining almost every other day for about an hour,
Yeah.
and then it's gone.
Cools it down.
But it keeps the weather fantastic.
Oh, yeah. It's nice weather here.
You're not going out sweating and the heat and the humidity. No, it really cools it down. And I love the rainy season. I think it's the best
We
time of
had
the
more
year.
rain this year than last year.
Oh, by far. We've had
Yeah.
more rain this year than in the last 10 years combined, they said.
Well, that's a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah. They reckon it's rained more this year than it
in
has over the last 10.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's a stretch. But anyways, yeah, it's still beautiful here. And it's cool.
Because if I go back and remember last year, Brooke, I think it rained for less than a week out of the whole
Not
rainy
much.
season.
Well, not much rain in total.
It was like 5-6 days
Yeah.
out of the whole 6 months of rainy season, 5 months of rainy season. That's all we had.
Yep.
So it was super fantastic.
You can still get out on your bike every day, though.
Yeah.
There's always times. Mark Santa Cruz, a Filipino, walked into our gated compound about 10 years ago and shot 4 people dead in a house about 50 yards from the security guards. Wowzer.
Wow.
Yeah. I wonder where that was.
That is scary.
It was probably in Mindanao.
It may have been, but I mean, you think about it. That guy, that government official, got shot in Cavite, where we
Well,
live.
yeah.
It was only like
That was targeted.
10 kilometers away from where our house was. So not very far at all.
Javon Styles, great topic of discussion this morning. Davao City was my second choice of a place to live behind Jomtien, but you and Brooke's opinion strongly influenced mine. I'm curious, your final opinion, Coop, to hear your final opinion.
Yeah, it's the best decision of my life, coming to Thailand and retiring.
Yeah.
Every day I wake up, Javon, and I go out on the balcony and I have my morning coffee and I just think to myself, I'm in paradise. I am living the good life. Everything is just so cheap, 80% cheaper than the West on most things.
You think you're living the good life now?
Yeah.
You wait till Bitcoin hits 200.
I would love it if it hit Bitcoin. Bitcoin hit 200,000. Yeah, but no, I'm, and every time you and I meet up and we meet up with the guys at the pool, they're always saying the same thing. Man, I can't believe I'm here. Why didn't I do this years ago? I could have afforded to retire here 5-6 years earlier, but I was thinking of the West, that I need to have X amount in the bank and all this. And, and I needed to work those few more years to build up the bank. And man, it's just so cheap here. I can't believe it,
Yeah.
And I hear that every single day, every day from people that come up and say, hey, Cooper, I watched your channel. Thank you, And those on Facebook are saying it in the chats on the Facebook. I can't believe how cheap it is here, folks.
Well, it seems that all the people, like we have the meet and greet typically on, definitely Fraser's, but even at the pool daily, there's always a bunch of guys there. Everybody's happy. There's no drama.
Yeah.
And yep. Living the dream. Jim, Coop, everyone knows Zambonga is a no-go.
Zambonga is a no-go area.
Yeah.
It is, Jim. And Mindanao is a very, very bad area. It's all Muslim area. Not that all Muslims are bad. I'm not saying that for at all. But there are terrorist cells there, several of them. And I think the locals are pretty much afraid of them.
Probably.
And it's a shame. It's a shame. Here,
Javon Styles. Here,
yeah, I got you.
Huggy Bear. I went to the Philippines 20 years ago. It was a crime-ridden place then, and nothing seems to have changed. Why anyone would want to go there is beyond me.
There is a lot of crime in the Philippines.
Yeah, there's crime everywhere if you're in the.
There's a lot more poverty in the Philippines than
I would say
Thailand.
so. Yes.
And you see it with the amount of beggars and everything that I was referring to earlier.
Yeah.
Have you seen any beggars here?
Rarely.
Yep. I think I've seen one or two in 2 years. That's it. And they don't bother you. They just sit there on the ground with a little metal can in front of them. They don't ask you for any money.
Yep.
It's just up to you if you want to give it.
Yep.
But in the Philippines, the beggars will actually harass you. They'll bang on the car.
True.
You know, Darlene and I saw on one occasion in Central Manila, this truck driver was, you know,
I remember.
driving with his window
Yeah.
down, and he was at a red light, and this beggar came up, and you know, she was assaulting him and everything because he offered her half a bottle of water. That's all he had to give her. You know, he probably didn't have a lot of money himself, you know, and family to support. You know, truck drivers in the Philippines don't earn a lot of money. So no, she assaulted him right there in the middle of traffic, you know, because she was upset that he only offered her half a bottle of water and wanted more.
There's lots of nice places in the Philippines, and you know, my experiences there were I didn't have security issues, and the infrastructure is not as good. There's certain aspects about it, you know, hydro maybe doesn't work sometimes, water similar, Wi-Fi won't be as good, cell service not as good. But you can live and adapt to that. You know, the women, ladies are nice if you're in the right areas, looking for the right type, and there is bad areas. So you know, it's just like common sense for most people. But before deciding, you know, everyone I always say, hey, you know, make your own decision, take a trip, and you see, you know, and then you know, and then if you'll find if you're there and you come to Thailand, you're going to appreciate Thailand.
Oh,
And you know, so if you've been there and done that, then you really know that you know what you got when you come to Thailand. So you'll never have the unknown if you're here first and wonder, I wonder what the Philippines would be like. But hey,
yeah,
we did it. Mike, guys, is there a scenario where either of you ever return to your home countries, or are you planning to stay forever?
Stay forever. I have no intention of going back to the States. I've done my time in the States.
Wow. England, would you go back?
I only went back just to renew my passport, and because Darlene had really wanted to go on a cruise, and that was included in the cruise tour. She wanted to see the Northern Lights, and never saw snow in her life until we went on that cruise.
Right.
So she had the opportunity to see it. And do I miss England? Do I miss the States? No, not at all. My sister Donna, God bless her, died 3 weeks ago. And I spent several hours on FaceTime talking to her before she left us. And this is something that was going on for a long time. So we knew.
So you knew it was coming.
We knew it was coming.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that was sudden. And no, I don't miss anything about the States.
No.
I really don't. I miss my family. I miss some of my friends.
Yeah.
But my family and my friends, they come over here and visit me, you know, because believe me, they want to get out of the States as well. You know, even my mom is considering selling the house and retiring here in Thailand.
I think you'll see a lot of people considering moving.
Yeah, and she said, "Get that spare bedroom ready for me. You know, I want to come."
Mikey,
you know, so.
As far as me, yeah, I would probably return to Canada, you know, for a visit. If your question is, would we ever move back? No. Why? You know, in Canada, I'm talking here, the political turmoil, the drama, you know, the politics, it's ridiculous. The prices are even worse than they were when I left, and they were bad enough then. And I can do everything I want to do and enjoy a nice, happy life in Thailand. Why wouldn't I? Yeah. So what's the reason to do it? Jackie has no interest in seeing the West, although I might take her sometime. It would, again, just be for a short visit. Never want to move there. Anyways, Market Focus, my Filipino fiance, well done, Market, is visiting me in Thailand, where we will be married. Smart boy. We are planning on going to Hawaii for the honeymoon. Get ready to dish out some moolah for that. Any advice on how I can get a tourist visa for her to visit America?
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Why would you wanna?
You're gonna have to go to the American Embassy, and you can get her a fiance visa.
Yeah.
Market Focus, and the fiance visa is valid for 3 months. Okay, and you have to get married in that 3-month period. So there is that option to get her to do that. But if you're going on your honeymoon and you plan on getting married before your travel, You can actually apply to get her a 10-year visitor visa. One of my good friends, Prentice, he's been married to his wife, Hias, who's a Filipina, and they're living in the States, and she's on the 10-year visitor visa, so she can stay there for the full 10 years.
Yeah.
So there are options for you, market focused.
Yeah. I got married in my second marriage in Hawaii. And yeah, as I said, get ready. You'd be paying.
Hawaii is an expensive place to get married.
Yeah, so if you're Filipinos visiting you here, just honeymoon in Thailand and save all that money and buy your wife a home in the Philippines and run it out till you go back. Toby Price, PC will try everything to get out of payment. Took a long time to get some of my money back. PC?
I don't know. You got me lost there.
Politically correct?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know what that means, Toby. And Truck Morton, hello everyone. Got my Thai bank account Friday, along with a couple more Cooper people watching Mr. Sing in action with us, reminded me of the entertainers with the spinning plates. A thing to behold. He's good.
He's very good. He knows his stuff. So yeah, and you're over here now enjoying the good life, and we're looking forward to see you at the meet and greet, our next meet and greet on Tuesday.
Tuesday at 6 o'clock.
6 p.m. at Fraser's. So we got our meet and greet this Tuesday, 6 p.m. And then tomorrow, those that would like to join us, we're going out on a scooter ride to a very nice coffee shop restaurant that we've never been to, and one of our subscribers says it's the best they've ever seen.
Wow.
And they reckon it's even better than the one that we went to last week that we put on the YouTube channel. So those that want to come, we are leaving from District Grand Part 2 at 11 o'clock tomorrow. And you can come with scooters. There's people that are going in the cars, and they got spare seats if you want to come tag along, or you can go in a Bolt or whatever taxi and meet us there. The choice is yours.
Just a place with all the gardens and the dinosaurs.
I've never been. I've never been to this place, and it's a new one on me.
I don't think
but we posted it on the Facebook group,
Check
and
it out.
those that are subscribed to the YouTube channel will be able to go down the Facebook group, because it's only available for subscribers.
And again, the meet and greet is next Tuesday, guys, at 6 p.m. at Fraser's on 2nd Road. Be there and don't be square.
And a shout out. Michael bought us a coffee and says, before Brooke asked for a coffee, I beat him to the punch. Enjoy. Well done, Michael. Well done, buddy.
Mark, Santa Cruz, Hensonville Court in Angela City. That's where it was. Okay.
Okay.
Angela City. Yeah, it's maybe a little dicier there. Never been. We've been through it.
We've been through Angela City a few times.
Yeah, a lot of ladies
and
there.
went to the VFW for lunch, didn't we? Had a good time there for a meal.
I didn't go there.
You weren't with us
it
for
wasn't
the
me. Somebody
VFW.
else.
Okay, it must have been the other guys that were
Mac
with us.
Knife and
Johnny.
So say Johnny.
Yeah, we went there and had VFW, good meal in there.
Okay.
No.
Darlene, that's good.
There's my wife. She says at Market Focus first. How long is the Thailand before the honeymoon? Second, you need to get her a long-term visa in Thailand plus your marriage certificate, so she'll be able to apply for a U.S. visa here. So if you want Market Focus, you can reach out to us via email. Our email is coopersthiadventure@gmail.com, and we'll try and give you an in-depth answer and let you know exactly what you need to do, brother, if you're going to be doing it from Thailand.
Yeah, I went. I actually got married here to my Filipina. So it's simple. You go to the Philippine embassy, and right next to that, there's a
translator.
Yeah, Thai guy. He's great. He does the legal paperwork, register with Thailand, handles it all. So it's great. Heath McDaniel, what would be the biggest flaw about living there with you both being there a while now?
Biggest flaw
living here in Thailand.
The biggest flaw, I think, is the humidity during the hottest months of the year. I got to say April and May and the end of March, the hottest times of the year, the humidity is quite up there. And so is the weather. And I always sweat while I'm out there making videos for y'all. But what I always say to everybody that comes out here is pick your times of day when you go out, folks. Go out early morning, go out late afternoon, lunch, have a siesta. Have a nap at lunchtime, and then go out in the evening
What
and
I
enjoy
do.
yourself.
Yeah.
Because in the evenings it's so much cooler. Once that sun goes down, so does the humidity, you know, and it's much nicer.
I don't find the weather a problem at all. I just absolutely love the weather here. Yeah, it's hot and can be humid at times, but that's not a big issue. You acclimate to it.
Mm.
For me, the biggest issue is the time difference from here to the west. And you know, so here's what I do. I like
Excuse me.
you know, the markets. I do some, you know, trading on that, and they open. My time here is like 10:30 or 9:30. I mean, it's
8:30 at night.
8:30 at night. Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. You're right. 8:30 at night. So basically during the day, okay, well, we got to wait for the market to open. You know what I mean? So that's interesting. You want to be there for closing market? Well, you know, you're up at 3:00.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I love the NFL, so I want to watch the games. Well, the average game starts at like midnight. You know what I mean, on a Sunday. So sometimes you can get the Thursday night games and the Monday night games and the Sunday night games, but they'll be at like 7 in the morning the next morning. So that's for me is the biggest issue of anything is the time difference. And if you're calling the kids back home, you know, you got to remember, hey, if it's night here, it's morning there, and vice versa. Because, you know, Anyways, that's it.
Yeah,
you'll get used to it. Poor dog, not to bash my home country, but just watch the local news of any major city in the U.S. Much worse crimes on a daily basis. We in the West, I think we have just become numb to it. My 2 cents.
I would agree.
Yeah,
I'd agree with that 100%.
I saw a video of a guy, and he was doing. He was driving down one of the streets in San Francisco, and it was wall to wall, like tent city. I mean, it was like cardboard. It looked terrible. It looks like something you know, in the outbacks of Mexico, maybe.
Now, I said when we get to the end of the comments about that young American in the Philippines that I would give my 2 cents and opinion. Well, I went on today, earlier today, and I watched quite a few of his YouTube videos. And he knew he was in the most dangerous area of the Philippines.
Okay, so
he actually knew it. And he actually titled one of his YouTube videos, "I'm living in the most dangerous area of the Philippines." Well, if you're going to be in that sort of area, which you shouldn't be in the first place, you want to keep as low profile as you can. Going out, having a YouTube channel and advertising it, I'm sure these terrorist groups were like, hang on, we got a YouTuber here. Oh, he's filmed his house. I know where that house is. I pass that street on a regular basis. He was advertising the fact. And one of his latest videos that he did just last week, they live on a hill, and he was walking down the hill to the ocean. All right. And he stopped at a crossroad, and he ducked because a motorbike was coming. And he said there in his video that I think he released just only Tuesday of last week, he said, I got to duck and hide. He said, they may be kidnappers on the bike. He said, I got to watch out for them here. It's very risky. So he knew the whole time of the risk that he was taking. And in my opinion, he was playing Russian roulette.
Did he think it was Chuck Norris?
I don't know what he thought. You know, I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not trying to get in the guy's head. But
death wish. Maybe he had a death wish.
Maybe.
Time will tell.
You know, he was sort of poking the dragon.
Stupid is as stupid does.
And in my opinion, and he should have never done that.
Exactly.
He should have said to his wife, you know, let's move to Davao City or
move to a little safer spot, honey.
Yeah. It's too dangerous for me being here. And he advertised on his YouTube channel, I'm the only foreigner in the most dangerous part of the Philippines. You know, so he was not a smart cookie. And another thing is, almost every one of his videos that I saw today, and I watched about 4 of them, because I wanted to get a feel for the guy. He was always walking around shirtless, you know, with a camera facing his chest or his stomach, you know, as if showing off. Well, in Muslim community, that's frowned upon. You know, the women have to wear the head guard and all that. And he filmed his wife several times without that on. That will offend Muslims right there. He filmed them going down to the beach and swimming pool and all this without her coverings on. That's sort of like an offense in Muslim, you know, it's a slap in the face.
True.
And so looking at that and the way he was vlogging and what he was doing, he was actually putting his wife in harm's way too.
Well, we'll
So my
monitor the
final
follow-up
feedback of it
situation. Yeah.
is that he is very stupid in what he did, but I still don't wish him any harm.
No, we'll just have to.
You know,
monitor,
I'm
see what
hoping there's a
happens.
happy outcome out of it. And if there is, I hope to heck he's learned his lesson.
Well,
You know,
better
you
not.
don't offend Muslim people like that, you know, and their religion. They take it very, very seriously. So there you go. There's my final thoughts on it.
Abigail, we also experienced some beggars in central Pattaya and a few in Jomtien area. Some of them were even sleeping near the Bay Area. There is people sleeping, apparently.
I've seen them sleeping on the beach.
Yeah.
I've seen homeless people sleeping on the front of 7-Elevens there during the day because it's in the
Okay.
shade.
Yeah.
They don't want to be in the sun. Maybe they're night workers and they're resting during the day. But nobody's actually come up and asked me for money.
No,
Ever.
they don't do that. Unlike the Philippines, which
Philippines, it was a daily event.
You remember at the McDonald's, they actually stood by the
Drive-through.
Yeah, by the pickup window.
Beggars, yeah.
You know, you'd get your change and they'd be looking for it with their hand out.
Yeah.
You know, and McDonald's allowed that. They didn't. They wouldn't let them inside McDonald's, but they didn't.
It wasn't
mind
just
them.
McDonald's; it was all of them. It was
Well,
Jollibee, KFC, McDonald's.
Sure. Yeah, that's
Beggars all over.
Yeah. Javon Styles, I've got 2 flights to Jomtien by way of Bangkok on hold, ASAP tickets, a one-way and around trip. Is it possible to get the 60-day visa on arrival without a return ticket home?
Yes.
Yes, but you need an exit ticket.
Yes.
Just doesn't have to be to your home country. Could be anywhere.
Yeah. So we say get a throwaway ticket, Javon.
Get a throwaway, cheapest you can find.
You can get a throwaway ticket for a neighboring Asian country.
Yeah.
Now, if you come in via air, they expect you to leave via air.
Okay.
So get a throwaway ticket that says that you're flying to Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, wherever. You can get them for under $50 US.
Yeah.
The people that are posting on our Facebook group that they can get the throwaway tickets for under $20. And they're listing the sites there on the Facebook group that I can't put out on YouTube.
Yeah.
Says it's
Make
sort of
sure though
upon.
the ticket is before the 60-day expiry.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. And then you'll be good to go.
Yep. Heath McDaniel, snow could definitely go without ever seeing snow again or feeling the cold.
I don't miss it. And Darlene said she doesn't want to go back.
Oh man, I'll tell you, I don't miss it at all.
I do not miss the cold weather.
I was in Australia, man. It was cold, Coop. I'll tell you, when I saw my breath, you know, and so did Jackie, and she, what is that? You know, she had never seen it was that cold, her breath coming out. Coming from the Philippines, she had never seen that.
Darlene never saw purple lips on herself until she went to Iceland. Yeah. When we got back on the cruise ship, she looked in the mirror, you know, in our stateroom that we had on the ship, and she's like, "Babe, my lips, they're purple.
Yeah,
my lips are purple. Is this normal? Is something wrong with me?" "No, that's perfectly normal, babe." "I can't feel my nose." "That's normal too."
Yep.
It's cold, ice cold.
You know, in Canada, you had the 4 seasons, and obviously, I got to a point in life where I could winter in Florida, which was nice. But even there, you had quite a discrepancy in temperatures, January being the coldest. But Thailand, man, it's every day is the same.
Well, we're near the equator, Brooke,
yeah,
so we don't get a winter.
Here. No, like your maximum is maybe 32 or 33. You get used to it.
Yeah,
and you know you get a nice rain. The humidity is okay, and it's cool. So but every day is nice. You kind of look forward to the warmth. A bit of sun every day is actually good for you guys. Stevie Dice, good morning, Thai wife.
Good morning, Steve. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
Steve Dice, hi guys. Retiring in 2 weeks. Thai wife and I will be on a plane out of JFK on November the 4th. Isn't that one day before the election?
It is.
He's getting
out of there.
Out of Dodge. Yeah.
So yeah, be great to have you out here with us, Steve. Look us up when you get out here, brother.
Yep. Toby Price, Pacific Cross.
Yeah,
yes.
That's the one that everybody sort of recommends out here.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Stevie Dice, and the dog will be in cargo hold.
There you go.
Yeah, there
Bringing
you
the
go.
dog with them.
Alfa Romeo, I visited a work colleague in Forbes Park, Makati City, Philippines, an upscale neighborhood. The police beat the crap out of the local rich kids selling weed. No tolerance in this part of the city. Yeah, good.
Exactly. Yeah.
Makati's nice, and BGC I've heard is nice.
Yeah, it is.
You're going to pay more there if you're for a similar lifestyle than Thailand, but it is upscale parts of the Philippines.
Yeah, I mean, we got a subscriber that's moved over there,
Yep.
and he's paying 4 times more there than what he was here for a similar lifestyle.
Yeah, he likes it,
Yeah.
and he can afford it. So and his wife's from there, so
Yeah.
Yep, not for everybody, but suits him. Abigail, we love Jomtien. Problem is, we could stand the bad smell most of the time when you walk down there, or when you walk from the hotel to their night markets.
Well, they've made lots of improvements in Jomtien route.
Yeah.
Now they're putting in all the new sewer system there at Jomtien Beach Road, and I've already noticed the color of the sea in the ocean is going
Changing.
back to
Yeah, you've said
normal,
that.
and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that to be done.
Yeah.
And that will get rid of the old sewer smells that we used to have here. That I think now, when you go to the north end towards Pattaya end of Jomtien Beach Road, you don't have those smells anymore.
No. I've noticed
Yeah.
the smell a couple times,
Yeah.
but it's typically over the same grate. When you drive your scooter over it, it lasts for 10 seconds and it's gone. But 99% of the time you're driving, you never even notice it. So it's not an issue.
No.
Some people, I guess it is.
They are.
If they lived on top of it or near it.
Yeah, they're fixing it.
Steenborg, hello, Cooper. Always nice live stream. Patty is very nice, but I'm afraid of the new tax. Well, don't be afraid. If you stay more than 180 days, they want to tax you. And if you sell your house in your home country, they want to tax you.
Okay, Steve.
Don't worry about that. That's all fun.
Well, there's been an update on that.
Okay.
And I often watch another YouTuber. He's an American lawyer in Bangkok. Okay. And his YouTube channel is Integrity Legal. Well, he posted just this week an update about this Thai tax law. And it hasn't even been voted on in Parliament.
Bingo.
In the Thai government. It's just a suggestion. And until it gets voted on, there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Suggestions go by the wayside all the time. People make suggestions. Oh, we should do this, and another person in government says, "No, we ain't doing that. We can't afford it." One person will say this, another one says that, but no, they're just suggestions, and it's fear mongering. But it's not something that's going to happen. And he went on to say that even if they wanted to do it, it would take years to implement. Absolute years to implement.
Impossible to monitor.
Yes. So don't worry about that, Steenborg.
Yeah.
They have not taxed any foreigners over here on our pensions or anything like that. So don't worry about it at all.
Yeah. Common sense says that, they count on retirees here.
Yeah.
Like, we are considered an economic lifeline for Thailand with the amount of money that we bring into the country and spend here. Tourism is 20% or is it 30 now of their economy. So the last thing they're going to do is, well, let's just tax everything on everybody, and then we'll see. Yeah, well, guess what? Your feet will do the walking. So it ain't going to happen. Which I've maintained since that rumor was originated. What's the cost of a regular cab from downtown Pattaya to Jomtien Beach? Are they readily available after 8 p.m. as well? No interest in going on a motorbike. Okay, well, you don't have to go on a motorbike. You can actually go on the bot bus. It's only 10 baht, 30 US cents. And they run 24 hours nonstop. Right. Even Christmas Day and New Year's Day, you will see bot buses. Yeah. Go up and down Beach Road, Pattaya, and Jomtien. So they're nonstop and easy to get. They may be, during the wee hours of the morning, 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock, whatever, less of them, but they're still running. Well, and for the cabs, you'll pay maybe 150 baht, $4. Yeah. And that'll take you from downtown Pattaya to Jomtien Beach. You'll probably do that till you get familiar with the bot buses, and then you'll just say, "Hey, I'll take the bot bus because it's a nice open air and
Exactly.
yeah."
Yeah.
So, but the cabs here are super cheap.
Hmm.
I can't believe how cheap it is. You don't honestly really need a vehicle here when these Bolt. It's called Bolt, which is an app you'll download.
It's like Uber in
It's like
America.
exactly like Uber, and
Yeah.
there's actually more than one. I don't know what the other one is. Seems all we use is Bolt.
Yeah,
But,
that's the one I use.
how they can do it so cheap is beyond me.
Mm.
Yeah. Yep. Market Focus. Thanks for the advice, gentlemen. Hawaii is like a second home. Okay, yes, she will love it. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I just got your email. I just saw it pop up on the screen in the background. A little notification popped up here, so we will definitely answer that and get back to you, brother.
It's absolutely beautiful there. Savvy Blue. Is it possible to secure long-term rental without physically being there? Money talks.
Yes, you can. You can always email Sean. Tell him that you want to secure a rental. He's going to ask you for a deposit, though. Okay, so he'll normally ask you for 1 or 2 month deposit, and then he will secure it for you for a year. A lot of what I'm noticing, though, this time of year, because we're so close to high season, a lot of owners don't want to rent out for less than a year. They're realizing a lot more retirees are coming. And they don't want the young party goers coming in, trashing their place. A lot of the condominium complexes won't even entertain Airbnb.
Right.
And have notices up that Airbnb is illegal. It's for residents only. This is not a hotel. So with that, a lot of the owners are now, when Sean and I go out and film the videos and we ask them, how much for 1 month? They say, oh, no, we want minimum 1 year.
Right.
They may entertain a 6 month, but 1 year is getting increasingly harder to find now. I found in the last several months.
I think it's typically because they're worried that they won't get much renters after the high season.
Yeah.
Things are slowing down, I think, across the economy. So, anyways, there's so many rentals here. I don't think I'll have an issue.
But Savvy Blue, no problem. You can always email us, cooperstieadventure@gmail.com. I'll be more than happy to forward it on to Sean for you. And just, let us know which one it is that you're interested in. I'll forward it to Sean, and he'll email you back with the price. And
I don't know why you'd want to secure it without being here.
Maybe he's been here before.
Maybe he has.
And he's got a favorite place that he likes to stay.
Okay. Dobie Price, PC. Oh, PC.
There you go, Pacific Cross. Now we know what you're talking about, buddy.
Abigail, by the way, with all due respect to our great host, Davao City is still the best and safe place to live in the Philippines. Better and safer than whole of Thailand.
I would say that's debatable. Yeah. That is definitely debatable. Thailand's got very low crime. Davao City is very famous for pickpocketers.
Well, Davao City used to be really bad until Duterte took over as the mayor, I believe.
Yeah, his daughter.
And he did initially first, and that's where he ran for president from. And he ran on a law and order mandate, and he sure did. He cleaned it up. So then his daughter took over. So it's definitely a safe place now, in my opinion. But there's so many other things that are beneficial in Thailand. So
I've never felt threatened in
Never
Thailand.
felt threatened, but your infrastructure is better, your food's better.
I've never had to look over my shoulder. No. In the Philippines, I was looking over my shoulder. I just didn't feel safe, even though I was. But even in Davao, I felt that way. I was always looking over my shoulder when I went there. I was only there for a week, But I've never had an issue in Thailand. Even the single women that come out and joined our group, they go out at night and come back from the night market, and they tell me, Coop, I feel completely safe here.
I would say, as I mentioned earlier, check out Davao City, and they spend a few months there and then see how it compares to Thailand. Definitely check out both. Market Focus. Okay, I will send an email.
Yeah, we got it already.
Scotty Richmond from California, talking cars. I found a Thai site showing a MG SUV. I think one of the guys bought it. Eric bought one. I know nothing about this brand. In your opinion, what is a comparable brand in the States?
MG is actually a good brand. I did own an MG in Kuwait. I bought an MG RX-8, which is a full-size SUV.
Yeah.
They don't sell it here. They
Mhm.
only made it for the Middle East market in South Africa.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. I wish they had it here. It's a fantastic SUV.
Mhm.
Good, reliable. Had no problems with it. I would compare MG to that in the States as something that you may know, somewhere along the lines of a VW as far as build quality. The car is made in China.
Oh,
However, the engine is made in the UK.
okay. Well, that should be a good engine then.
So
You'd
it's a
think so.
very good, reliable engine. And MG actually stands for Morris Garages.
Okay, yeah.
So it was a British company. China bought the company, but the engines are still made in the UK and shipped to China.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know nothing about cars. I'm not mechanically adept. However, I know enough to rely on expert opinions. And I rely on James, who was a previous car dealership owner.
Yeah.
And he didn't care for MG, you know. Not that I shouldn't say he didn't care. I says, hey, would you buy one? Nope. Are they good quality? They're okay. You know, he definitely sticks with Toyota. And
He likes the top of the
Hondas.
line
Yeah,
things. Yeah.
and for a reason. Now, Eric here bought that similar vehicle. I think
MG,
yeah, and he absolutely loves it, and it was very affordable. I think it was 699,000 baht.
They are cheap. Yeah.
Well, Jesus, that is a good deal.
Oh yeah.
And then he told me his plan because I was kind of discussing the quality issues with him. He says, I've got a warranty. I think it said 5 years, and it's 120,000 kilometers, which will be perfect for him because I don't think he'll exceed that. And his idea is to trade that in before the warranty expires. So he's covered.
Yeah.
So a smart idea.
So I would actually compare it, thinking about it now, to the Hyundai Tucson.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, or the Sportage.
Sportage, yeah. Sportage.
Or Sportage, if that's how you pronounce it. I would compare it to both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely probably good value for the money if that's the budget.
And they got a heck of a warranty over here. It's
Well,
6
yeah.
years.
Well, I think it was 5, Eric told me, but
6 years, 300,000 kilometer warranty.
Well, that is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. The last point on that, I was in one of the Bolt rides, and I thought, geez, this car is quiet. And I asked, is this electric? And he said, well, yeah, it is. I just he's had it for 2 months, I think. And I says, can I ask you, like, what was the reasoning?
Yeah.
He was spending $10 a day on gas in the old car, $3 for a charge once a day. So it was definitely an economic benefit for him.
Yeah.
Mike, Ford Dog is right. Being in the States is much more dangerous now. In general, people are more angry. Not a good place to be. I close next Friday, and I'm out to see you soon.
Looking forward to it, Mike. Looking forward to it.
Grab some Bitcoin there, Mikey. Javon Styles. Oh, wow, Cooper. That provides a lot of much-needed context to the story about the kidnapped YouTuber. You're right, unfortunately. He was tempting fate. Still praying for him. Yep.
Yeah. And, you know, I did see quite a few other YouTubers sort of give their 2 cents about it, what happened to the gentleman. But nobody went into the background that I saw. You know, none of the big YouTubers in the Philippines went into the background, none of them. So I decided to find out a little bit more about the guy. I read Darlene and I read the newspapers today, and then found out he had a YouTube channel, what his name was, and then watched some of his videos. And by all means, go and have a look at some of his videos, and you'll see exactly what I'm saying. You know, he made several videos saying that, hey, I'm in the most dangerous area. He was hiding so people couldn't see him when he was crossing the road, afraid that somebody would kidnap him.
Yeah.
So he was sort of tempting fate.
What a way to live your life.
And then filming your wife without a burqa on,
Yeah.
you know, the head coverings, you know, and swimming. That's very, very frowned upon in the Muslim way of things, because the women have to be covered up at all times. So he was, I think, in some way, tempting fate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is the nicest way I could put it. Yeah.
Abigail, regular cab costs around 90 baht only from Jomtien or downtown patio or central patio to Jomtien. But bus costs only 10 baht to Jomtien. There you go. So
yeah. Yeah, it
$30.
depends on which end you are. If you're
Yeah.
up at the Terminal 21 end and you're going to the Jomtien, then you're probably looking around 150 baht. Otherwise, yeah, about 100 baht. I'd
Cheap
say
as borscht.
$3,
There
$3 to
you go.
$4 maximum.
Abigail, no, they are not night workers. You can really tell that some of them are homeless.
Maybe I didn't go up and ask them,
No.
but then they didn't bother me. They weren't begging, asking for food. They weren't begging, asking for money or anything. They just laying there in the shade and having a siesta.
Yep.
Yeah, which we do all the time.
Keith McDaniel grew up in the Chicago area, moved to southeast Tennessee. Wasn't far enough away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alfa Romeo, gents, did you hear about another tourist bus fire carrying 50 passengers? Bus was engulfed in flames. No, I didn't hear that.
No, I didn't hear that either.
No.
That's a new one on me, Alpha.
They'll be watching those buses now. White Line can get genuine tickets on AirAsia from Utapao to KL for 25 to 30 bucks.
Yeah, Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah, that'll be the onward
Yeah,
ticket.
and that's super cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That'll be
and Utapao is only 30 minutes down the road
correct.
from us. So it's very near. Whereas Swanepoel is an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on traffic.
If you're coming from overseas, so you got, say, your one-way ticket here, that'll be your expensive one. You don't have to fly back out of Swanepoel Airport.
You
or
can fly out
Bangkok.
any airport.
Yeah, exactly. You can do that Utapao near us and pick out the cheapest. Where's the nearest airport out of this country?
So 25, 30 bucks.
yeah,
That's
it'll
a
get
steal.
you there. Yep.
Yeah, for your onboard ticket there, Javon.
Tim P. Good day, Coop, Brooke, and Darlene. Good morning from Edmonton, Alberta. I hope all is well with you folks.
And it is. Thank you, Tim, for
Edmonton,
coming on
we
and
get a little
joining us.
nippy. Javon Styles, are the View Tally Villas the only development for homes in Jomtien? I really like that 3-bedroom you and Sean showed, but I only saw the rental price. Did I miss the sale price?
Well, he said that he would consider selling them for the right price.
Okay.
And when Sean and I pushed him on the price, he said it's negotiable.
Okay.
So he didn't give us the price. But if you're interested in buying it, by all means, Sean, drop when you're over here, give Sean a call, and he'll get you a meeting with the owner. And the owner owned both houses there.
Okay.
But no, they are not the only homes, but they are the all the homes in that gated community there are only 1 block away from Jomtien Beach, number one, and every single one is a pool villa.
Oh, nice.
There's another that we filmed on the channel a couple months ago. There's a gated community across from the Riviera Jomtien.
Mm-hmm.
And those were all sort of 1-story to 2-story houses. And none of them were pool villas that had a communal pool, and they were a lot cheaper to rent and buy.
No. Good to
So,
know.
yeah.
Mike, many countries have tax agreements with Thailand. They can't double tax. Correct. I'm not worried at all. Good
Yeah.
for you, Mike.
Yeah. They can't double tax. And I think as soon as they try and do it, put it into law, I think that there's going to be a lot of governments around the world saying,
I don't think
you can't
they'll
do
even
that to
try
our
to put it
citizens.
into law. But
You may be able to do it to other countries, but we have a DTA with you. And if you start doing it to our citizens, we're going to start doing it to yours.
yeah, they're not going to.
Yeah.
So Thailand has a dual taxation treaty with both Canada and the U.S.
And
Britain.
England.
And
And most of the
yeah.
EU, I think all of the EU,
Well, sure they
Australia too. Yeah,
Sure they do.
most Western countries, they
Yeah,
have that.
so no one's going to double tax you. You need to file taxes, which I do in Canada, and you do. So that's it.
And I know a lot of people saying, oh, but Thailand is saying they're not going to double tax you. But if you're paying less tax in your country and it's a higher tax rate here, you just pay the difference. I can't even see them do that because that would be in breach of the DTA, the dual taxation agreement.
Do you ever think we'll pay less tax in the West?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's it ain't gonna happen. So
if they want to do that, say I'm paying 30% tax in America and it's only 10% tax in Thailand, are they saying they're going to pay me the difference of what I'm paying my taxes in America?
ain't gonna happen.
Well, no. So there you go. They're not going to do it the other way around.
Most of that tax misinformation is put out by fudsters looking to create views on their channels. Is it? So don't worry. Hey guys, man, lots of commercials this evening.
Is there? Wow, I didn't know that. We're not in control of that. That's
No,
YouTube's control.
really?
And
YouTube does that. I don't even see a commercial when we're broadcasting here.
no, we won't hear, but they will on their TVs at home or their cell phones. And what it is when you go on a live stream and you make it that the comments are only for subscribers to keep all the bots and the bad
Yeah.
people out. Because if somebody wants to harass your channel, they're not going to subscribe to your channel and then harass it.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why we did it. Well, YouTube sort of says, okay, if you're going to make it only for those that subscribe to your channel and not for everybody in the free world, then we're going to put commercials on there.
Well, so
Nothing we can do about it. It's
well,
a
they put a
trend.
commercial on. What happens to our live stream?
Nothing. It resumes when the commercial's over.
Oh, so it could be lagging from what we're actually discussing.
They'll just see it, and they'll be like maybe 1 minute behind the actual live stream.
Oh, interesting.
But they still get to watch it all.
Okay. I didn't know that. Learn
Yeah.
something new every day. Matthew Christopher in Doha, headed to BKK. Will get to meet the group on Tuesday. That's next Tuesday at 6 p.m. at Fraser's.
My birthday, he says. So
Yeah.
happy belated birthday.
Well,
and we'll see you
Matthew.
on Tuesday, Matthew.
Yeah,
A lot of new folks going to be at the meet and greet this Tuesday.
I think
A
so.
lot of new ones.
I
Yeah.
think so. They heard I'm going. Come on, stop. We've got Instacart for a remote shopping service here in the States. Can you use Bolt or Grab as a grocery purchase delivery service?
Yes, you can. And a lot of people do.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
No worries.
You can
there.
order actually online at the supermarket,
Yes.
like Big C or Tesco Lotus. You can order online with them, and they'll have the Bolt or the Grab driver deliver it.
Macro, see lots of trolleys and carts there. Yep.
Yeah.
And remotely ordered. Maddie GB85 just joining. Who was the YouTuber back in Mindanao?
The YouTuber, I did actually put it out earlier on the
Darlene will
channel.
get that for you.
Yeah, my wife's watching. She'll probably put it in comments down there. But hang on, do I still have it here on the laptop? Let me just see. No, I don't. I thought I still had it here, and I'd be able to tell you his name. But we did say it in the beginning of the video there, with the police report of what actually happened to the gentleman.
Okay. Next, please. Javon Styles, I'm going to miss driving my car from the States when we move to Thailand, but the import taxes make it a no-go.
Yeah.
Correctamundo. Curious, have you guys seen Lexus vehicles in Thailand?
Yes.
Might get a used one from a dealer.
Yes, I've seen quite a few Lexuses.
Seen a lot of Teslas here.
I've seen a lot of Lexuses, a lot of Teslas,
Mercedes.
the Range Rovers, the British ones. I've seen them here. They got factories here in Bangkok.
Yep.
So even the Chinese car company BYD, which is one of the biggest EV companies in Asia, probably the world. They just finished building a factory in Bangkok.
Yeah.
So they're no longer imports, and the prices have come down on them.
There you go.
So yeah, there's
Interesting
a lot
how
of car
the,
companies here.
EVs are taking over.
Yeah.
Doug Paris, no taxes being a disabled veteran.
Yeah, and no taxes for me being
Good on you.
a disabled contractor, defense contractor.
Good on you. I still have
disability.
to pay. Dave Geyser, no, doesn't lag, just lose that info. Oh, isn't that a son of a gun?
No, you shouldn't lose the info. You should start from where you left off.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was. Sarlene A, hi guys, you mentioned overstay coup. Excuse me. You're right. You are not always off the no-fly list, even after serving your time. 1, 3, 5, or 10 years. Our law firm has bailed out a few people, so just be aware.
Yeah, and exactly as I was saying, Sarlena, I know people that have had overstays, and they get told by immigration it's a 1-year ban.
Okay.
But that's a minimum 1-year ban.
Oh, okay.
You have to actually apply, like Sarlena says, to come back into the country. And they can maybe turn around and say, no, come back next year.
Okay.
You know, and you actually have to apply through the Thai embassy or consulate where you're traveling from. You just can't come and fly because you're on the no-fly list.
Not good.
Yeah.
Darlene adds, just don't overstay.
Exactly.
Correct. Dr. Carlo, good morning, Coop and friends.
Hello, Dr. Carlo, and thank you for coming on and joining us.
Matty GB, I'll rewatch later. Thanks.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't remember his name. I did have it.
Tim P. Brooke, do you know of any Canadians who file their income tax direct online in Thailand without using an accountant back home? If yes, do they have any issues or complications? Oh man, I don't know. I do mine online, but I do it through an accountant back in Canada,
Right.
I used to work for my first job out of university was with Revenue Canada. It's similar to the IRS. And one thing you learned working there, it pays to have a good accountant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've always maintained that. And my guy's a top guy. And I pay less than $200 a year for all my accounting work. So I feel what a steal. Yeah. So I don't know of anybody else. I don't really get that personally involved with their tax situations. I know the Canadians I speak to, they do file, whether they got accountants or not. I think one guy does it himself, but yeah, you're better to have a accountant back home do it, in my opinion.
122 people online. Please hit the thumbs up. Make my wife smile.
Make Darlena smile. Daniel Hall, Danny Vega. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, Nelly.
And that's probably in regards to the title of today's video, which was an American kidnapped in Philippines. So
Wow.
yeah, we did discuss the whole thing and put up the news article and pictures of him. So go back to the beginning of the video, Daniel, and you'll see all about it.
Dennis L, I finally got my white plate. It's time to travel.
And congratulations, Dennis. And for those of you that don't know what Dennis is referring to, when you get a new vehicle here in Thailand, you get a red plate.
Correct.
Now, that red plate is only until you get the insurance and the tax and the white plate, which is your permanent plate. So it's a temporary dealer's plate.
Okay.
While you're on the temporary dealer's plate, better known as the red plate, you are not allowed to drive from the hours of 6 at night to 6 a.m. That's for foreigners. Thais can, even though they're not supposed to, they can, and they're less likely to get stopped than foreigners. Okay, so that is one rule. The other rule with the red plate is you can only drive the vehicle and where the red plate is registered.
Oh.
So in that area. So if you bought a car at Pattaya, then you can only stay in the Chonburi province area, which is Pattaya, Rayong, Jomtien, and so forth.
Right.
So you couldn't go to Bangkok or Koh Samui or anything like that with a red plate. You're not supposed to. Because you get stopped, you will get fined. Believe me, the Thai police like their fines. So Dennis has finally got his white plate. Now, here's a bit of advice, folks, for those of you coming out to Thailand. A lot of you will rent scooters or a car when you get here. And for those that do, if the rental company that's renting it to you and it has a red plate on it, say, I don't want that one. Because then you're restricted. Tell them you want the one that's got a white plate on it and be safe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So then you can go anywhere and do anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's funny, when I went down to keep my scooter under, in the basement in the car park, and you'll slowly drive out of the parking, and my God, the amount of red plates. So there is a lot of people that like to buy the vehicles here.
And Scott Ridgman bought 3 coffees and says, thank you guys for all that you do. God bless you, Scotty. Much appreciated, brother.
Scottster.
It really does help the channel and our live streams because filming these live streams, we don't get paid by YouTube for the live streams. Not a penny. Nothing. I think Darlene once said we made 8 cents on one live stream.
That was Rumble.
Yeah.
Exactly. You don't get paid.
So we don't get hardly anything for the live streams, and yet we have to pay for the program to use the live stream. And this program that we're using here, which is the one that we use with the infographics on it and all this, so we can answer your questions and you can see the comments pop up as we see them, actually costs $60 a month for us to make the live streams. Yeah.
You're kidding?
No,
you're paying that
$60 a month.
Somebody's making money
for the live streams. So we get actually 0 from YouTube.
Wow.
It's like pennies.
Well, good news,
You know,
guys. He hasn't
it's
asked me
under
for any
10
money.
cents. No, I haven't asked you for any money. But no, so those coffees that you buy, it really
Yeah, they
does
go a
help us,
long way.
and we
Oh,
can
that's good.
continue making this platform grow. So much appreciated to all you that have sent us coffees.
Kim Henriksen. Weird. I have not had a single ad. You can use Brave no ads ever. Hi, Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene. Good live stream. Remember to like and subscribe.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
I
And thank
think
you, Kim.
You can if you subscribe.
If you buy the ads free, then you won't get
oh,
commercials.
that's how that works.
Yeah.
Okay. Javon Styles, Coop, are there fees associated with opening and keeping a Charles Schwab account? The reimbursement policy for ATM fees are quite attractive.
I have no idea. I'm with USA.
A lot of people go with Schwab.
And I have no fees with USA.
Yeah, and they don't either with
Zero.
Schwab.
I don't know. I have never had a Schwab account.
No, I did the research for coming, and Schwab was definitely the first choice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't get it because I'm Canadian.
Yeah.
You got to have
be
a
an
social
American
security number,
be an
SSN,
American citizen or green card holder
Bingo.
or permanent resident, whatever, in the U.S. to have that account. But USAA is for ex-military, which is what I've got.
Yes.
And I get all my fees reimbursed.
It
for
was
any
mentioned
ATM.
as well.
Yeah. So really good.
Brian Barbarich. Hello, big boss Darlene and small bosses, Cooper and Brooke. Just saying hello from Durban, South Africa. Both looking good. Brooke on his cool colored t-shirts, Bitcoin Orange it's called. Keep well, guys and girls. I am watching rugby on YouTube.
There you
A lot
go.
of people like the Aussies like their rugby here.
Yeah, and thank you, Brian Barbarich from Durban, South Africa, for coming in and joining us.
Thanks, Brian. Mike, when walking around, do you guys carry a wallet or a shoulder bag with wallet and phone inside? Seems most use that shoulder bag.
I actually just carry my wallet.
Yeah, I keep everything on my phone. So, well, I keep some bills, cash in my pocket. But see, you can do scan pay pretty well everywhere, so you don't need much cash.
I don't carry a lot of cash with me. Maybe under $100 in cash in Thai baht.
Yeah,
in the Thai baht currency. Because every time I go anywhere, it's just easy to do the old scan pay with a Thai bank account. And it's super fantastic.
Pretty well every place I frequent, like Fraser's Scan Pay, Macro Scan Pay, Foodland Scan Pay,
restaurants, cafes,
Scan Pay,
night markets, Scan Pay.
If I'm at 7-Eleven, buying water or whatever,
then I use cash.
I'll use cash, but that's about the only place.
Yeah, because they don't accept Scan Pay.
A lot of people do, though, use those shoulder bags. I've seen a lot of people with it, so,
yeah.
Kim P. Coop, I know another streamer who switched from the $60 a month service, the one you have, to one that is $15 US. Shop around.
And I have. And the 15 one will not let you have more than one computer streaming at a time.
Oh, so you know.
So, for example, we've got 2 laptops here, 2 MacBooks. One I'm using, one you're using, so we can stream together. Then when we have our professional studio set up, which we've got the microphones, by the way, folks, and I'll show them to you. We've finally got the microphones, and these foam covers just came in today. So the microphone's here, but we needed a little adapter because it won't bend. So we can't move it and put it at different angles. So we need to buy the adapters for it. And we are going to have multiple people on. So we'll have, live streams with 3-4 people, for example. So what are you doing? Showing the studio. Those other ones, Tim Pete will not allow us to do it. So we have to use this one so we can have multiple people on here.
Sure, makes sense.
If not, you'd only have a live stream with my ugly mug on there and nobody else. And people want to meet our subscribers. They want to meet the people that are out here, ask them questions. They're from different countries. Maybe that's their home country and they want to ask them how it was for them. And the questions along that way. And we will be doing that once we get all the equipment together, and it is coming along nicely. We're getting there.
Get it all set up.
Yeah. Yep. So we're not far at all. And one of our subscribers says, "Hey, Cooper, I do podcasts and I've done quite a few of them. I'll help you set up your equipment once you've got everything together." So
bingo. We're
getting there. And hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we'll have it all
you're investing in your channel, which is good. Good for you.
So to do it and to do it the way we want it, it's $60 a month.
Well, you're a young guy. Mikey. Charles Schwab, no fees, free checking account. Well, there you go.
There you
Bingo.
go. Thanks, Mike.
Kim Henriksson, Brave is another way to watch YouTube. Just do a search and info will pop up.
Okay. Thank you for that, Kim.
Never knew that. Alchemist, Bitcoin is winning.
It is.
He's a smart man.
68,000. It's gone up.
68,248.
Yeah, 68,248. It's
Yeah.
been hovering around that now for the last 24 hours, and it's expected to hit 100,000 by year end.
I got a bet on with BB out of the pool there.
Oh yeah, what's the bet?
It's going to be 100.
Can I get in on it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put a bet in too. I think it's definitely going to hit 100,000 by
Alchemist,
the
that's
year
the
end.
Grand Condo View checking in. There you go.
And thank you, Alchemist, from just over the corner. I can actually see your building from my balcony.
Javon Styles, wow, was right now years old when I heard about red and white plates. I used a red and white plate for my dinner last night, but thanks. Is a scooter too slow to take a ride to Bangkok? Oh yeah.
No, I've done it on my scooter.
Yeah.
We drove all the way back from Koh Samui through Bangkok. But no, the roads going to Bangkok here are 80 kilometers an hour. Even the 125s will do 80 kilometers
You can't do the toll road or the
no. There's a road right beside the toll road that follows the toll road all the way. It's parallel to it.
More like a stop and go road.
Yeah, there's a few traffic lights on there, but for the most part, you're doing 80 kilometers an hour, which is great. So
why not just take the bus for 130 baht or 140 baht, or you do a Bolt for 1,000 baht? Probably.
Maybe he wants to do a scenic tour.
Well, yeah, but you spend that much in gas and time, and okay.
Yeah, up to him.
Scenic tour,
I've done it, no problem.
Yeah, you have.
I have.
You wouldn't catch me doing it.
And I videoed it too.
Dennis L, build it while you fly it.
Build it while you fly it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing with the channel.
Yep. Daniel Hall, Danny Vega, are there any volleyball in the pool being played anywhere?
They are on the beach. At Jomtien Beach Road, they actually have 2 volleyball areas there with the nets, and people are playing there every day.
I think you meant pool volleyball.
No, we don't play pool volleyball.
No, but they do it on the beach.
But they do it on the beach there.
I've seen that too, yeah. Alchemist, there was just a beach volleyball tournament on all the beaches here. Okay.
Yeah, they've been having them volleyball tournaments.
There's always something going on, isn't there?
We held the jet ski championships here earlier this year.
Concerts, fireworks. Now this volleyball tournament.
Fireworks display here every year. 5 Nation fireworks display on Pattaya Beach. Free concerts. Kenny G played a free concert.
Yes, he did. I was at that one.
And we went down and watched it. Absolutely free. Don't pay a penny to go. Yeah.
Very tourist friendly and lots to do.
And lots of events that they have here in Thailand.
They support it. Like the local municipality governments support that. So it's fantastic, guys.
And that's the end of the comment section from Alchemist. So I'm going to give you guys about another 30 seconds. If we don't get any more comments, we'll wrap up early for tonight.
Yeah, it's been an hour and 30. It's Saturday night. It's
Saturday morning for those in the West.
Oh, true that.
They just woke up, they're having their coffee, and they're thinking, I want to watch some Cooper's Thai Adventure.
Alchemist, why is it when you scratch here, the white ball can be placed anywhere on the table? Thai rules? Yeah, that's Thai rules, or Cooper's rules, as I like to call it.
That's the
way I had never heard of that
That's
before.
The way they do it in Thailand.
I played
Thai
Cooper,
rules.
And he comes up with this out of nowhere on the snooker table. And I'm thinking, what? Must be Thai rules.
Yes, Thai bar rules.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So
ball in hand,
if you
anywhere
scratch
in
the
table.
ball, you miss hitting your ball, and you hit another ball, they can actually pick up the cue ball and move it to another area of the table.
And so that's the one that caught me off guard. Well, there's one that's even worse.
What's that?
I think I sewered one time, and he says, "Oh, did I sewer or hit one of your balls in by mistake?" Oh, I get 2 shots now in a row.
Thai pub rules.
Oh, Thai pub rules.
Thai pub
2
rules.
shots in a row. So the first one you set it up, and the second one you can sink the ball, and then you keep shooting. Like, hello, whoever heard of that baloney?
Well, I made just a couple of screw ups, and you got the advantage of the 2-ball rule too.
Well, I'll follow the rules. Hey, I'm not one to argue. Alchemist, they do that here, and I was like, what the F?
Yeah, they do.
I was the same way, Alchemist.
Yeah.
Javon Styles, thanks for all the amazing info. See you guys soon. First round's on me.
I'm hanging
around him all night.
Heineken for me. because Heineken is actually brewed here in Thailand. They have their own distillery
Really?
here, so it's the same price as the Thai beer.
Wow.
Fantastic! I love it.
Yeah,
I love German beer.
here's cheaper. Alchemist, yes, that other one, that other one.
Yeah,
Corrupt pool rules, correct.
that's the way they play here. Thai rules in the country abide by their rules. I don't mind.
Malcolm
It's all
Hawkins, gold to the moon. Malcolm is a gold bug.
fun. Gold to the moon.
Gold's going up. Yes, Malcolm's happy.
It is up.
Malcolm, you better get your 5 to 10% in Bitcoin, though. Come on now. Little Boots 24. What sat nav do you recommend, especially for motorbike avoiding restricted roads?
Right now, the bike I got is excuse me, is the Yamaha X-Max 300, and it's got the LED screen with the built-in mapping, but you have to download the Garmin app and pair it with the motorbike, and then because it's got the function built in, but it's not got the map for your region. So you just download the map for your region. For me, it was Southeast Asia. For somebody else, it may be US or Europe or whatever, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. And then it pairs with a bike, and you just go onto Google Maps and you just put it in there. I want to go to Bangkok, avoiding tolls. And then you hit the go button, and the bike will direct you there with 0 tolls, so you don't accidentally end up on a toll road and you're sort of screwed and you're like, oh my God, I got to pay a fine because I shouldn't be on this road in the first place. So motorbikes, unfortunately, in Thailand are not allowed on the toll roads, no matter what size engine.
Correct. Yeah.
And I think that's wrong. In the Philippines, you can drive a motorbike on the highway, on the toll road, sorry, providing it's a 400cc and above. Here in Thailand, no. But I wish they would bring that rule in. I really do. I really wish they would change that rule.
You don't want to drive in the Philippines.
No.
It's not. It's like, you think it's bad anywhere on the planet? Oh, check it out in the Philippines. Mike, you two are funny together.
You ought to see us
Thank
drinking
you
and playing
both.
pool,
What
Mike.
what the heck is he talking about? Alchemist, yes, it's like Carson and Ed McMahon.
So you're Ed McMahon, then. I got to be Carson.
Oh, you don't know who they are.
You look like Ed McMahon.
Here's Johnny.
Where's the sweepstakes?
Chris Wheeler.
I didn't get my newsletter through the mailbox.
Chris Wheeler from Texas. Just quit my job yesterday. Chrissy, the man, got a contract on my property, and we'll see you all at the pool in April. Chrissy, I'm wearing my Bitcoin shorts tonight.
Yeah, that he gave us. He gave us the souvenir.
Check them out. There's the black and there's the Bitcoin. Thank you, Chris. Good to look forward to seeing you. Javon Styles, you're right about the 1-year lease policy for high season condos. Having trouble finding a 3-month rental for less than 35,000 baht a month. That'll be a nice one. Still looking though. Suggestions, connections, appreciated.
I'm finding it hard, Javon. I really am finding it hard.
Maybe get a week here in a hotel, get on a Bolt or scooter, and just start, knocking on doors.
Yeah.
You go in juristic offices, hey, talking to people, whatever. You'll find there's lots of rentals, So just need to find the right one. And usually when you're sitting in front of them and cash talks turkey, you can probably get something easy. Alchemist, Chris Wheeler, congrats
on his retirement, and he'll be here in April. Yeah.
He's a good guy. Alfa Romeo, have my Thai Halloween costume ready. Dressing up as a pale-looking Falong, wearing elephant pants, socks, and sandals.
Yeah.
Well, get over here, Alpha. We got to take some pictures of that, and
yeah,
Halloween costume.
I thought he was going to pretend to be a racing car driver.
It's helmet on and everything else. Kim Hendrickson, Brooke, make a new Bitcoin video, please.
Yeah, they want your money matters.
I don't want to preach, but
I hear it every day.
Well, listen, if they don't know to research Bitcoin now, hey, take a horse to water, can't make them drink. You know what I mean? It's not my job to force Bitcoin down there. But, when it hits 100 grand, you'll say, Jesus, it's too expensive to buy now. And then when it hits 200, oh my God, I can't buy it now. It's too expensive. So what price would you buy that? 300, 400?
Well, you
That's
don't
what'll happen.
actually. I mean, it's 68,000, but you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin.
No, you don't.
You can buy
$500,
Satoshis.
$100 worth.
You can buy dollars
Yeah,
worth of
exactly.
Bitcoin if you
Yeah.
want. You know, you can buy 10, 100, whatever. You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. You know, I mean, unless you're, you know, you got super bucks. Most people don't.
No.
You know, so I say to them, you know, whatever that you would, you know, save in an average month, take quarter of it or 10% of it, just put it into Bitcoin. You'll thank me in 4 years that you did.
Yeah. And if you don't know how to do that, then buy a Bitcoin product.
Wireless microphone testing 1, 2, 3. There we go. Should be
Testing,
back. Yeah.
testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it should be
Okay.
back now. Sorry for that, guys. Yeah, so just go back and answer. Kim Hackerset says never too expensive to buy Bitcoin. Yeah, absolutely
It's
correct
always
there.
on sale.
Alchemist, modern investor. Yeah, hodl, British hodl.
Dennis L, please keep me posted on the net jet ski adventure. I had a blast.
And so did we. But this next time, you got to bring your wife with you there, Dennis.
Alchemist, MSTR, MicroStrategy.
One of the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good buy and hold, guys. Don't.
Yeah.
Alchemist in Sailor We Trust.
And Sailor is the owner of MicroStrategy.
If you guys want a real good explanation of Bitcoin, inflation, money, watch the video on YouTube, Tucker Carlson interviewing Michael Saylor.
Yeah.
I've watched that maybe half a dozen times.
I've watched it 3.
I just watched it this week again. It's amazing how simple, in layman's terms, he gets everything explained. And I can tell you this for a fact. Tucker went into that interview as a doubting Thomas with no idea of buying any Bitcoin. And by the end of the interview, and watch the whole thing because it's absolutely amazing. You'll get hooked. He's a believer and buyer. So there you go. Next, please.
Yeah, and a lot of people here said no sound. So, yeah, well, sorry, when I got kicked out of the YouTube studio and put myself back in.
Alchemist says it's on now.
Yeah, and Daniel says, just like Trump's speech last night where he lost the audio on the mic for like 10 minutes. Yeah, that was funny.
No, Stewart, no sound after Brooke zoomed in.
Okay. Yeah, and then there you go. Cheers.
Welcome. Cheers, Darlene, for all the great work you do in the background.
Yep, technical wizard. She's definitely the star of the show.
Alchemist, Thai ear doctor recommendations. Bangkok Hospital.
Yes, they got
ear, nose, and throat specialist used them.
Yeah,
expert, spoke English. 10 minutes in entering the hospital, I'm up in the waiting room. Another 5 minutes, I see the guy. Expert. Got my problems.
Do you remember what we paid for that?
Oh, it was cheap. I think I had to make 2 visits. The first one I think was like 4,000 baht, $120. But you saw an expert, and took some whatever he did with it. And then next time I think it was like 1,500, just for a checkup.
Yeah, so, about $40.
Yeah, cheap. Yeah, not even. Yeah. I can't get over how good the system here is for medical and how inexpensive. Javon Style, sounds like a rat peeing on cotton in a library, gents.
I have no idea where that's coming from.
Probably with no sound.
Yeah.
Hunter Orion, any chance audio will be restored and streamed later?
Yeah,
it's working. So.
It's working now.
Kim Hendrickson, 555, your screen switch places.
Yeah, when I got kicked out of the studio and I came back in, my camera is over on this side and yours is over on that side.
Yeah, you're showing your better side now. Alchemist, sounds on.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, working bro, says Napoleon blown apart.
Thank you.
Chuck a luck, you're back.
Yes, we are. And sorry for the sound, folks.
There's Malcolm. Is Darlene having a few whiskeys? The screen's wrapped around, no sound, and an extra comments list over your face, Goop.
Thank you, guys.
Alpha Romeo, Pin says hello to all of you.
And say hello to Pin for us, please. Alpha, she is a godsend. Everybody really loves her.
Make sure you're feeding.
Can't stand you, but we all love Pin.
Jen Florzak, what do you think about Jomtien Plaza Condotel? Is it worth it to buy condo there?
I'm not big on condotels.
No.
They got their pluses and they got their minuses.
I don't think you'd want to live in one. You might do it as an investment, right?
Yeah, it's part condo, part hotel.
Yeah.
And the downside with that is you're going to have people checking in and out all the time. The elevator is going to be busy quite a lot of the time. People are going to be checking in 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and things like that. I wouldn't want it. Not saying that, it's bad. It's just my personal opinion. Some people like condo hotels.
I wouldn't touch a condo hotel.
But to buy it, if I was going to buy a condo hotel, I'd do it as an investment, buy it to rent it out.
As an investment, yeah.
But not to live in.
I would say, Jen, if you are not here, you want to be here for 6 months to preferably a year or more before you decide on doing something like that. And when you're here, boots on the ground in a year, you'll get familiar with locations, places, prices, everything else to go with it.
Yeah.
Doug Paris, add to the wealth. Just purchased 500 USD of Bitcoin. Well done, Dougie.
Smart man.
Yeah.
Smart man.
So when when Bitcoin doubles, your 500 will double. When it 10x's, you'll 10x that too. So smart.
Well, I mean, the prediction's in that it's going to 4x from here, between now and the end of next year.
Yeah.
So if that's happening, you're looking at $280,000 Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
That is a phenomenal amount. Phenomenal amount. I hope it does. I really do.
It will.
I really do.
Alchemist, corn plus fire equals popcorn.
Bitcoin. Yes.
El Romeo, T-minus 66 days, 12 hours, 11 minutes, 42, 41, 40 seconds. Who's counting?
Nobody except for Alpha.
Nobody.
So we're going to wrap it up right here. Last comment goes to
Chuck in Southern California at the pool room I play at while playing 8, 9, or 10 ball. You get ball in hand after any foul by your opponent. 144 days and wake up. See you guys soon.
Yeah, and that's what they do here. They play the Thai style rules.
Yeah.
Doug says I. Okay, Doug.
Alchemist, my bus stop is 150K.
I would love it for 150K.
Mike, is Bitcoin always a topic at the round table in the pool?
Most days. Yeah, we're talking.
Well, him and I are.
Yeah.
Some of the guys are also into Bitcoin. So, yeah, they're interested because they're just, see, once you get into it, you really do tend to get into it.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're in the right thing. Jan Forzak, what taxes in Thailand for crypto? Rumor has it they're going to be crypto friendly.
That's what the plan is.
Yeah.
0 taxes.
Yeah.
For crypto.
But then again, I pay my taxes in Canada, so I don't even file here, nor will I.
Yeah.
There's no need to. I can't get a tax and identification number, PIN number. Alchemist, thank you both.
And thank you all for watching. 97 people on here stayed to the end. So thank you so much for coming on and joining Cooper's Thai Adventure live stream. Until next time, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless you all. And stay tuned.
Stay tuned.